ICE is attacking our communities, and bullshit arguments about immigration have infected millions of Americans. It's time to fight back. What the fuck is up, gang? Welcome to the Bully Pulpit, where we eviscerate right-wing clowns, conspiracies, and ignorance. I'm Teddy Roosevelt, and on today's menu we have these clowns and bullshit immigration myths the right wants you to believe. Don't do it. Let's start talking shit. Ever since Führer Trump came down those golden escalators in 2015, our attitudes on immigration as a nation have sadly shifted hard right. He called for a
total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
And he actually tried to do it. To my fellow Muslim Trump supporters, there's a lot of you now. He actually tried to do it. He failed, but he tried. Do not forget. We're inching back towards sanity now, but we are very far from where we once were. Trump won again in 2024, mostly because of cost of living. Shit's expensive, which he's done a great job of lowering, by the way. But his victory signaled yet another shift right on immigration. It's easy to blame an immigrant when you don't know that corporations are the reason why everything's expensive. It's a tale as old as time. This has now led to Trump's signing of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act back in July, which increases immigration funding to $170 billion. Let me repeat that. $170 billion on immigration enforcement. That's more than Russia's entire military budget. And over the course of 4 years, ICE is going to spend $45 billion on ICE detention centers, prisons, and $30 billion on additional agents, vehicles, and enforcement operations. That's government speak for hunting down and deporting people. ICE now has a bigger budget than almost every other military in the world, and it is larger than every single federal law enforcement agency in the US. That includes the FBI, CIA, ATF, you name it. All of those agencies have a smaller budget than ICE. All of those agencies combined have a smaller budget now than Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Let that sink in. Quick sidebar. Why hello there. Are you a new ICE agent cashing in on that $50K signing bonus? I get it. You got bills to pay, a family to feed. But at least be bad at your job, you feel me? Waste time, fiddle your thumbs, take long lunch breaks, lose paperwork, distract your coworkers. You can still be a part of the resistance, bestie. Straight from the dictator's playbook, Trump is using ICE as his secret police. Sure, people wanted the bad illegals deported, but ICE is arresting everyone. Beating people, deporting the good ones, arresting legal residents, arresting American citizens. So Americans are having buyer's remorse. Over 71% of Latino voters now say Trump is doing too much on immigration. And half of Latinos in the US fear that they or a close family or friend may get deported. And how can you blame them when ICE does shit like this?
Near one Home Depot, masked agents with batons grabbed Narcisco Barranco, who has lived in the U.S. for more than 30 years and has 3 sons serving in the Marine Corps. Agents beat Barranco on the ground, dislocating his shoulder before detaining him. In Van Nuys, agents raided a car wash, remembering this, sending patrons and workers scrambling before the 79-year-old owner, who is a U.S. citizen named Rafi, tried to ask them what they were doing.
That is when Rafi was taken down by agents and eventually handcuffed. Rafi says he was injured in the process.
And they sit on me. It's in my elbow. Since a week ago. and it's in my arm.
Rafi says he and 5 others at his car wash were taken to a federal detention center downtown. We're still working to learn more about why they were detained.
Since May, ICE has ramped up raids. Over 1,600 people in Southern California in June alone were arrested, more than half of whom had no criminal record. And to date, over 500,000 people have been detained by ICE. The Trump administration has set an ambitious goal of deporting 1 million people a year. They're probably not going to get there, but they're going to do a lot of damage. They're going to do a lot of destruction trying to. ICE shows up in unmarked vehicles, wearing masks, holding military weapons, and ambush people, pulling them from their cars, pulling up to Home Depot, to car washes. They are terrorizing our communities. A significant majority of people detained, over 75%, have no criminal history, just minor traffic violations at most. In fact, you're not gonna fucking believe this, ICE is actively collaborating with judges to do what's known as expedited removal. They have judges dismiss ongoing, active, pending court cases for immigrants, and as soon as the case is dismissed, ICE pulls up to court and they arrest the immigrant and then they deport them. Can you believe that shit? Take a look.
It happened last week at Dallas Immigration Court when nearly a dozen people showed up to have their asylum cases heard. Their cases were dismissed by the judge, and when they walked out of the courtroom, plainclothes federal agents were waiting to take them into custody. ICE is asking immigration judges across the country to dismiss the court cases of certain migrants so the agency can arrest them once their hearings end and place them in a fast-track deportation process known as expedited removal. Outside a Miami courthouse, this migrant in cuffs says in Spanish, "It's a trap."
This isn't targeting criminals, this is terrorizing communities. It's not just undocumented immigrants being targeted. Trump is freezing and adding friction to legal immigration pathways. He has halted asylum and visas from 19 countries, mostly Asian, African, and Middle Eastern countries, but also Cuba, Haiti, and Venezuela. He even halted citizenship ceremonies for people from these countries. These people followed every rule, did everything right, and now they're being told, sorry, no citizenship for you. On bootleg Twitter, Trump says he wants to permanently pause immigration from all third world countries. Meanwhile, here's the countries Trump does favor immigration from. So what do you do if ICE shows up? How do you protect your community? First, know your rights. If ICE comes to your door, you do not have to open it. Not unless they have a warrant signed by a judge. Not a regular or administrative warrant, but a judicial warrant with a judge's signature. You can ask to look at that. Tell them to slide it under the door and verify that it is a judicial warrant, not a regular administrative warrant. No signature? Don't open the door. You have the right to remain silent. Use it. Don't answer questions. Don't tell them where you're from or how long you've been here. And never, never sign anything without talking to a lawyer first. If ICE approaches you in public, stay calm. You still have the right to remain silent. Ask, am I free to go? If they say yes, then walk away calmly. Do not run. Running gives them probable cause to chase you. If it's safe, film the encounter. Document everything. Badge numbers, times, dates, vehicle numbers, locations, all of it. If you witness an ICE raid, film from a safe distance. Don't interfere with arrests, that can get you arrested. But document it. Badge numbers, vehicle numbers, time, date, location, everything. Then share that with immigrant rights groups and check on affected families. Have an emergency plan ready. Know a trusted contact's phone number, keep important documents safe, and memorize an immigration lawyer's number. If you have kids, discuss custody plans. Who takes them if you're arrested? Get that in writing. And organize in your community. Support immigrant rights groups, go to city council meetings, and push for sanctuary policies. Pressure local cops not to cooperate with ICE, and vote for leaders who support immigrant rights. For more info, check out the Immigrant Defense Project, United We Dream, or the American Immigration Council. You have power. Don't be afraid to use it.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah, fuck Donald Trump. Yeah.